Greetings, everyone. Wait a minute, hold on. I gotta start with this. Just in time. Greetings, everyone. I'm Luke Bryan Smith, and welcome to Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved, where we educate, motivate, and liberate you through enlightening dialogues, empowering music, and evolving content. Hope everyone's doing well and everything is unfolding perfectly. I'm excited yet again because my next extraordinary guest is a certified clinical herbalist, community educator, and founder of YaMaya's Gift through herbal wellness, intentional living, and the healing power of food. She helps women reclaim their health and advocate for their bodies. And there's a whole lot more, but without further ado, allow me to introduce to you Sheila, aka YaMaya. How are you doing today, Sheila?
I am wonderful. I am wonderful. Thank you. I'm even better now that I'm here.
Yes, yes, and I just again I want to extend my sincerest gratitude to you because I believe that time is one of our most precious assets, and for you to just decide to spend a moment of your time here with me on Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved, thank you very much. You could have been anywhere else. You here with me right now.
You are all by divine timing.
Absolutely. There we go. We already know. Just you saying that we already know we're supposed to be here. So, you know, give us a little insight as to how this came about. Now, I read little bit about your journey with the uterine fibroids. If you want to add that in there too, you know,
Mhm.
to help out other people that may have encountered or may be encountering the same thing. Just whatever you want to do, but just give us a little insight, a little ramp up as to, how this all started with you being a certified clinical herbalist, community educator, just all that. Just give us a little bit of your journey.
Well, it started because it was a need, not necessarily. It was completely a completely selfish foundation. Selfish foundation. I went to the doctor and I found that I had fibroids.
Mhm.
And before I could, I don't know if you know this, but when you go to the gynecologist, you see your doctor, then you get dressed, and then you go into their office, and then you sit down and y'all have a conversation, right? Now, before was able, before I even had my clothes put on, and get to her office, she already had me scheduled for surgery, and I was like, wait,
Wow.
yeah, my exact thing, like, because and I wasn't even here for that. I was there for something else, so they weren't bothering me,
Mm.
right? So I was like, wait a minute, I just feel as though that can't be the only way, especially since I didn't even know I had them until you told me.
Mm.
So I was like, I don't want to automatically get surgery because in my mind, once you have surgery, then you have pain meds,
Right.
right? And my mother is is, has an addiction to pain medication.
Mm.
So I already have like I'm good, So I had already started the journey as far as with herbalism. I'd already started my class.
Mm.
But once I found out I had fibroids, I was like, okay. I told my mentor, who was my teacher, and actually, we made myself like my case study, for my class,
Right.
So that's what started it. Now it kind of snowballed from there because after being an herbalist for so long, you realize what you eat is directly related to how you feel. But I don't care how good it's supposed to is for you. If it's nasty, I'm not eating it, not consistently. No, seriously. We
No,
got,
I
I
get
mean,
it. I get it. We want our food to be flavorful, tasty. Of course,
we don't have taste
yeah,
buds because we want to assault them every meal.
right.
You know.
Ooh, I like the way you put that. We don't have taste buds because we want to assault them every meal. Yeah.
Yeah. So I began to start working on my blends. So that's how I started getting the seasonings. That's how I started getting the dry goods. Then I would cook and I have people over just because I enjoy it. And then people say, "Oh, you should stay a place." I don't feel like cooking like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, I'll do it, but yeah, I don't want to commit
Not like
to
that.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So,
get it.
and that's how I have I have rice mixes, I have soup mixes, I have seasoning
Wow.
blends, and it kind of ballooned from there because I was like, I love for you to eat my food, but at your house and you cook it for yourself.
There you go. I get it. I
Because
get it.
yeah, and also to me, I feel as though it's more impactful to be able to have the dry food, the packaged food,
Hmm.
because if you the way groceries are priced now, by the time you go out and you try to get a plate from this person, that person, or whatever, you spent $100. It's easy, especially if you have kids.
Right. Right.
But we
Right.
could do a rice blend, and you could have some very good organic food that you may prepare for yourself at home, and you could do that again. That's something you
Mhm.
could give your kids on a daily basis,
Right.
you know. And that's how it became, and that's how it went from herbalism and selling herbs to selling to my spice blends and to becoming like a community thing. Because also once I got into herbalism, what I realized is so much of the information was behind a paywall that was so expensive
Right. Right.
that I can't even talk to you in plain English and find out what this herb for is that herb for, because it's so inaccessible to people,
Mm.
right? Because like we learn these things, and then once we get under all these, certain communities, now the people can't even afford it.
Mm.
Now the detox is $100 and something,
Right.
and it's like, well, you know what? My prescription $10 at the pharmacy. I may as well go ahead and do that.
Mm.
But if I and then I took and I but I paid. I paid for a
Mm.
lot of
Right.
certification courses. I paid for a lot of classes just to just to get better. And what I learned and realized after doing that is, number one, I knew most of the information anyway because I grew up with herbs, because that's what my grandma did. That's what my that's kind of we kind of grew up doing that. Get that for that, get that for that.
Right.
I realized I knew a lot of the information, and then I realized too that it don't have to cost that much.
Mm.
So I made it my business to like, no, I'm gonna do free class. So
Mm.
on Wednesdays, I do free classes in herbalism, teaching people how to different things about herbs. But my main thing is I tell people your first pharmacy is your kitchen.
Mm. Wow.
And that's one that we often overlook.
Mm.
We often overlook that because a lot of times we separate our healing from what we're eating, or separate how we feel from what we eat.
Right.
When ultimately they're connected.
Right. They're aligned.
So
Yes. Yes.
yeah, so I
Very
always
much
try to
so.
remind people, no, we start in the kitchen. You
And
know.
you know what? If I can just put you on pause just for a second, but please don't lose your train of thought. I just want to interject. But what I admire about you thus far is just that you are putting out there um, and cultivating that mindset of food being, medicine instead of, I mean, yes, you also didn't leave out the part that, we want it to be appealing and tasty, but you don't have to sacrifice that necessarily to eat
Mhm.
healthier because we already know, especially in our culture, that healthy food hasn't been the main focus. It's mostly been,
Yeah.
salty, greasy, oily foods. I
Mhm.
mean, at least that's how I grew up. I can't say for everyone else, but we went in my earlier years. I don't
Yeah.
I don't know now, but we used to use hard lard, melt it, and boy
They
is it good. I'm not gonna say that
get
it's not, but boy
never
is it
said
good.
that.
But then if you did then fast forward on a serious note,
Mhm.
you started to see a lot of ailments in our family lineage, a lot of heart
Mhm.
problems, a lot of diabetes, a lot of high blood pressures, a lot of things like that. So, it comes with the cost, all these foods that we, overweight, a lot of that in my family. I've been, that's been a battle for me keeping my weight down. I'm currently on the downside right now, but I recently lost like 30 pounds. So yeah.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. And I don't want to say let me reword that. I don't want to say lost because when you say lost, see, I believe words have power. That means you want to find it. I don't want to find it. So I shedded 30 pounds. I ain't lose it
You
because I don't want to find it.
you know what? I like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I got rid of it. Got rid of 30 pounds. Yeah, I didn't lose it
Mhm.
because yeah, I'm not looking for it. So yeah, so I just want to commend you on keeping that, that encouragement and that mindset of healthy living and healthy foods that our culture especially everyone,
Mhm.
but our culture especially needs to be exposed to, from just
Yes.
seemingly everyday people, not just some big guru of some sort telling you how to eat that you can't connect with, that you have no connection with, but just everyday people. Just hey, tapping people on the shoulder. Look, you can eat. And another thing I was gonna say too,
Mhm.
um, it does seem that it seems like things are backwards. That foods that aren't good for us are cheap, and then the foods that are good for us are expensive. And I'm like, why is that? Now I can get into a whole nother dialogue about that. Like, is that connected to just the whole
Mm.
pharmaceutical and hospital business trying to keep I don't,
I'm gonna
you
have to.
see where I'm going with that? Trying to keep the
I'm gonna have to
business.
make notes because I'm.
Yeah, trying to keep the business going, so we can get into that, but I'm not accusing no one. Hey, I'm just saying I'm just using my common sense that it seems that way.
Well,
Um,
listen.
but
I
yeah, go
challenge
ahead.
you
Go ahead. Go
on
ahead.
that thought, like, because this is what I have begun doing, and I do a video of it and I post them. Is I go to because I'm from Miami, living in
Right.
Birmingham, so I'm
Right.
between, and I work for an airline, so I'm between both places
Okay.
almost weekly, right?
Right.
So, and what I do is I have been going to, because once Birmingham was the first place I heard of, I've heard this term used of a food desert,
Hmm.
and I had never heard of that before. So there's places like that don't have access to food, fresh food.
Mm.
So be it like there's like I guess it's a certain distance amount of miles in that area that you can't have that you don't have access to food. So
Wow.
what they do is they have different charities or organizations. They have food pantries,
Okay.
right? So and then also in Miami, that's something that my stepmom did as well. They would do the food boxes. They would always grab it. So when I went to Birmingham and I would get one, and I was like, wait a minute, they give out good stuff here, right? But
Right.
people never see that. So what I
Mm.
did was
Okay.
I got a box. I went home. I set up my camera, showed everything that I got, and then I began to make showing all the different things that you can make out of this food box.
Mm.
So one of the
Wow.
things they gave me was hazelnuts. So I
Mm.
was like,
Okay.
oh, so from those hazelnuts, I made hazelnut milk. I made a creamer for my coffee, and then
Mm.
I floured it and made some hazelnut cookies.
Wow.
So I'm like, these are things that, but that just, and that's what I got for free. Then you have beans, and a lot of things is a lot of those plant-based foods, um, with human DNA, a lot of those plant-based foods, they are expensive,
Right.
but a bag of celery is not.
Mm. Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's not that it's like if you're trying to prepackage it, just like in regular food. If you could buy those prepackaged meals, those freezer meals, those are more expensive than buying the ingredients. And sometimes that is what we have to do is we have to go back to that and making things ourselves and not because what we have a lot of times these are diseases of lifestyle. We have these diseases because we got too much money. We got too much access to stuff. We
Right.
don't, ice cream is a
Right.
treat. We should not have three and four flavors in the freezer.
Uh-oh. Are you
You know,
talking? You've been
I
looking
was
at my
gonna say, let
freezer?
me not tell my business. It's a treat.
I love
You
ice
know what
cream
I'm saying?
too.
Oh my God. You listen, I'm telling you. So
Cheesecake, ice cream, ooh,
all that, see,
hazelnut.
because
Yeah.
the whole refrigerator thing is the problem. See,
Yeah.
but because it's right there, it's easy, it's accessible.
Right.
So that's what we have a tendency of doing these things. But if we take it back, and people say, people don't have time like that. I'm like, well, whatever. But I always say, look, it's because it's what I want for myself, right?
Right.
Because I used to prepare my infusions, my teas, and make a gallon of it and
Mm.
just drink it throughout the week.
Okay.
And I was like, why you can't make your tea every day? Why you can't make time for yourself to make one cup of tea for yourself?
Right.
Well, it's three. When you make sure all of these people get their herbs on time,
Mm,
why am I not the same? Have the same importance that I think everybody else do? Why would I not do for myself what I coach other people to do for
mm,
themselves? And
exactly.
that's what I. To me, a lot of times I feel like we get so busy that we don't even have time to make sure that we eat a nutritious meal. We
Right.
don't have to make sure that we took a nap today. We
Right.
want to make sure the kids had a nap, but we took one, and those naps are amazing. You know?
You telling me I love naps. I love taking naps,
Yeah, it's
especially the older that I've gotten. I love taking naps, and that is amazing. And thank you for the reminder that no matter how busy we say we are, or we really are,
mhm.
you can't be too busy to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Incorporate that in there. If anything, that should come first, because without that, without your health, nothing else really matters. You're not going to be there to make the
Nope.
money to do this and do that and take care of
Anything.
your family if you're not good.
And what do most elders teach you or say to you? Child, don't worry about it. Let it rest.
Mm,
They will always say, my grandma would say, I got more time than money because she didn't rush for nothing.
there
And
you
they
go.
always tell you to take time, relax. But that's because they didn't realize that when they were younger. So it's them
Right.
trying to tell us. So it's like, and then as the older we get,
Yeah, slow
when
down.
we were in our 20s, we wasn't trying to take a nap.
No. No, we thought we
You
was
know
gonna
what I'm
miss
saying?
something. We thought we was gonna miss something.
And what you
Yeah.
miss?
Yeah.
Nothing. That
Yeah.
wouldn't have been there after your
No,
nap.
nothing out there. Just like my mom used to say, ain't nothing out there that ain't gonna be out there. You can miss it. It's all that ain't going
Yeah,
nowhere. Them streets ain't going nowhere. Them girls
I
ain't going
promise you.
nowhere. Them whatever I was into ain't going nowhere. Slow down.
Do you still live in the same area that you grew up in?
No, nope.
Oh, have you visited home lately, or do you visit home?
I haven't. Been years. See, I'm out here in California, and I was
Hmm.
born, and grew up, well, my first 10 years in Ohio. So I haven't
Oh,
been back there. No,
okay.
but I
No,
plan on going. Oh, go ahead. Go
mhm.
ahead.
No, the reason why I ask that because sometimes it's like when you go back to your neighborhood where you like, oh my God, they still hanging out under the tree. They still
Oh
like
yeah.
that. They still, so that lets you know you could leave for 10 years and come back and
Nothing,
they're still there.
nothing changed. Yeah,
Yeah, nothing changed.
you ain't gonna miss
Yeah.
anything. So yeah, it is, especially nowadays with this social media age. That's why I even know some elders that they don't mess around with the internet stuff. And I get it. There's pros and cons to it. There's ways if you have a business that you can make money off of it and all that. But I'm talking about retired people that don't really, yeah, they don't mess with it because they don't want all the stuff, and they don't want it
Yeah.
rushing them, the information being fed to them. So I get it. Yeah, connecting to your piece, just being able to relax without being anxious about what's up next. Let me follow who doing this, who. So I get it. I do get it. So you
Hmm.
you got to control it. Don't let it control you. And that's a whole nother
That's it.
topic. But yeah, we do need to slow down, especially getting back on point and take care of ourselves. Watch what we
Yeah.
eat. Watch what our diet is, because you know yes, this vessel here is the number one thing. You can be, that's your wealth right there to me. And I've learned that. Not saying that having some money is not a good thing, but
Yeah. No. No. No.
with
Yeah.
but you can have all the money in the world. This ain't good. This ain't good. Doesn't matter.
You might just have a better doctor, but
Yeah, you might have a better doctor, but if you laid up there sickly and living miserable, can't walk, all your joints messed up, whatever it may
mhm.
be, um, you're not gonna have a very good quality of life. All you're gonna do is have people circling around you like buzzards, waiting on you to fall off so they can take what you
Yeah.
got.
Exactly, and and I was, and even going back to what you were saying earlier about the food and how we grew up eating
Right.
too. A lot of those things are. A lot of times we just say, "Oh, this runs in our family." It's like, no, what y'all eat run in y'all family.
Family.
Y'all eat all
There
the
you
same
go.
thing. So it was like that's it. That's where the family, the relation
Right.
comes in. And it was like even as I was getting older, don't laugh, but I was like, no, I got a beard because my mama got a beard.
Right.
And her sister got one. Now I'm paying attention. All of them got a bit.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
What's
Oh,
the common denominator?
thyroid.
Mm-hmm.
Thyroid.
Right.
What affects your thyroid? And not just the medical part of it, but it also how you are you it's your throat chakra. Are
Mm.
you being able,
Wow.
are you speaking your truth? Are you
Mm.
being able to, so many things go into how we feel, but then it was also like we have to stop saying, oh, it was in my family, oh, my mama had this. No,
Mm. Wow.
let's look closer at it. Was this
Right.
also an issue that my daddy had a bad heart that came from cholesterol? Yeah, because we
Mm.
both could cook.
Mm-hmm.
I got cholesterol now. Yeah, because we could both cook. Me and
Mm.
my daddy could cook.
Wow.
So it's like, but it's not hereditary at all. We
No.
just had the
No.
same bad habits.
Right. Right. Yeah, we're down to about 5 more minutes, but before we
Oh,
go,
I
um,
feel like I've just been babbling.
oh no, no, this is about you. This is about me learning from you. So your business, your company is called YaMaya, right?
Yes, your Maya's gift.
Your Maya's gift. Now, how can people um that are here online find your Maya's gift and everything that you offer? You have a
You can
website?
always, yeah, I have a website. Is your Maya's gift, YaMayaSgift.com.
.com.
Um, Also on Facebook, that's the name on my page, Yamaya's Gift. I have a business page as well. It says Yamaya's Tea and Spice on
Mm,
Instagram and Facebook. It's the professional pages.
right.
And because Yamaya's Tea and Spice is my physical location, that's my brick and mortar. That's what I call it. It's the Tea and Spice Boutique.
So people can log on to there and they can actually look through what you have and place orders.
Yes, and the
Okay.
links in my bio on Instagram also has my previous classes as well as my calendar, so you'll still be able to see, everything that I have going on.
Yes, yes. And after we conclude this, please be sure so that I won't forget because I work on so many editing, so many podcasts. Send me
Mhm.
that link to your website so that I can add
Okay.
that when I upload this link to your website. And if you have any other links, I have your bio here that I'm going to put it on there in your photo.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a thumbnail, but also don't forget those links or link. Yeah.
Okay. I'll send
Yeah,
it to
send
you.
them to me after we get off here so that I can have those. So that way when I upload this to all the platforms that the link
Mhm.
will be
Okay.
attached to it as well. So people can
Okay.
go into to the description and just click right on that link or whatever. Yeah, that'll be
Okay.
amazing. Yeah, so yes, I thank you again for coming on and speaking with me for a bit before we conclude. Is there any last thing you want to leave us with?
Um, just always remember that if you have time, life is long, but it's short. So
Right.
enjoy it. You are never too busy for yourself because once you put yourself first, that puts you in a position to be there for others more.
Mm,
Um, so just that's all I can think of. But
that's
thank you for having me
That's
too.
absolutely, man. You are very welcome, and I'll have to have you on again. And yeah, be sure please don't forget to send me those links. If not, I'm gonna be reaching out to you, saying, "Hey,
Okay.
where them links at?" Yeah,
I
because
won't.
within the next few days, I'll be working on this
Okay.
this and editing it, making some shorts out of it, and
Okay.
I'll definitely tap in with you when I do, so that you're able to share them as well and post them up on wherever you want to post them. But yeah, thank you.
Yeah, gonna make sure too I can share yours as well, so people can listen to your podcast. I had already posted it in my business groups. And they were like,
Absolutely.
what a link. So I'm gonna have to
Absolutely.
make
No,
sure you send
we'll
me some
I'll
links I
get that
can.
all to you. I'm gonna put it all together. You gonna get a whole promo package. You'll get it. Yep, you'll
Okay.
get it, and you'll be able to put it wherever you want to put it. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. This podcast, along with my other ones, will be on all the platforms. The YouTubes,
Okay.
the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the shorts will be on those, and then on all your Audible ones too. Is the Spotify's, Pandora's, Apple Play, all that. Yeah.
Oh,
I get them to all of it. So yeah.
okay, okay. Okay, cool.
hmm Okay, yeah. Thank you again, and thank you everyone for watching and/or listening. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, share this. Not only help the platform grow, but get this information out to everyone. Help my guests expand and grow as well. I appreciate you all. See you soon. Enlightened, empowered, evolved.
All right, peace.